discuss about important topics, that is difference or comparison between electrostatics and magnetics, and next Gauss law for magnetic field. Right. Now, first of all, comparison or difference between the electrostatics and magnetics. Right. Now friends, we already discussed about electrostatics and magnetics. Right. We already know the different formulas for electrostatics and magnetics. Right. So now we do a comparison between these two, electrostatics and magnetics. Now friends, you already know in electrostatics there is an electric field, and for magnetics there is magnetic field. Right? Electric field is denoted by vector E and magnetic field vector B. Now in electrostatics there is a charge Q, and in magnetics that is a pole denoted by Qm. Right? So first point, in electrostatics there is electric field, in magnetics magnetic field. In electrostatics there is charge denoted by Q, and in magnetics there is pole Qm. Now we know in electrostatics electric dipole moment is given by P is equals to Q into 2A, and the direction is from negative to positive. Right? For magnetics, magnetic dipole moment, instead of charge there is pole and distance to L. So magnetic moment is equals to Qm into 2L, and the direction is from south pole to north pole. Next point, in electrostatic constant is small k, that is known as Coulomb's constant, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. In magnetics, mu 0 by 4 pi, where we know that epsilon 0 is the permittivity of vacuum and mu 0 is the permeability of vacuum. Now in electrostatics length of dipole 2m, and in magnetics length is 2m. In electrostatics we already know the Coulombian force F is equals to k q1 q2 upon r square, and in magnetics force F is equals to mu 0 by 4 pi qm1 qm2 upon r square. In electrostatics we know that torque tau is equals to vector P cross vector E, and in magnetics instead of electric dipole moment there is magnetic dipole moment, and instead of electric field there is magnetic field. So tau is equals to m cross B. In electrostatics potential energy is given by minus vector P dot E, and in magnetics minus vector m dot vector B. In electrostatics work done W is equals to Pe cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, and in magnetics instead of Pe Mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. In electrostatics, the formula of electric field on the axis of dipole, we already derived this formula, 2kp upon r cube, or you can say 2p upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. For equatorial line, minus kp upon r cube, or you can say minus p upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. And for magnetics, magnetic field on the axis of bar magnet, you have to remember this formula. B is equals to mu 0 by 4 pi 2m upon r cube, and for equatorial line minus mu 0 by 4 pi m upon r cube. Right? So friends, this is the difference, or you can say the comparison between electrostatics and magnetics. Here magnetic dipole moment is the vector quantity, so minus mu 0 by 4 pi vector m upon r cube. Right? So friends, this is the comparison between electrostatics and magnetics. Right? So this is very important question for your examination. The question will be like this: give a comparison or difference between electrostatics and magnetics, right? So we already discussed about electric field, electrostatics, magnetic field, magnetics, right? So from our concept we can easily give the difference between the electrostatics and magnetics, right? Once again friends, in electrostatics, electric field; in magnetics, magnetic field. Electrostatics, there is a charge; in magnetics, there is pole. In electrostatics, electric dipole moment P is equals to Q into 2A, direction from negative charge to positive charge. For magnetics, magnetic dipole moment Qm into 2L, and the direction is from south pole to north pole. In electrostatic, constant K is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, where epsilon 0 is the permittivity of vacuum. And in magnetics, constant is mu 0 by 4 pi, where mu 0 permeability of vacuum. In electrostatics, the length of dipole is 2a. In magnetics, 2a. Electric force F is equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. Magnetic force mu 0 by 4 pi Qm1 Qm2 by R square. In electrostatics, dot tau P cross E. In magnetics, M cross P. Potential energy minus vector P dot E. In magnetics, minus vector M dot vector B. Work done Pe cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. In magnetics, work done Mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Then at last, formula of electric field on the axis and equatorial line. So on the axis of dipole, 2kp upon rq, and on equatorial line, minus kp by rq. For magnetics, magnetic field on the axis of bar magnet, you have to remember this two formula, right? B is equals to mu 0 by 4 pi 2m upon rq, and on equatorial line, minus mu 0 by 4 pi vector m by rq, right? So friends, this is the very important question for your examination. The question will be like this: give a difference or comparison between electrostatics and magnetics. Now we discuss another important question for your examination. The question will be like this: explain the Gauss law for magnetic field, right? Now friends, we already discussed about Gauss law for electric field, right? Now we discuss Gauss law for magnetic field. So to obtain the Gauss law for magnetic field, we consider one closed surface is placed in the magnetic field as shown in figure, like this. So this is the magnetic field B. This is the closed surface having an area vector S, right? So consider a closed surface placed in a magnetic field B as shown in figure, right? So consider a closed surface which is placed in the magnetic field B as shown in figure. Now to find out the flux, we consider a one element of this surface, that is delta S, right? So to find out the flux, consider a small element of surface delta S. So for this surface delta S, flux is given by like this, delta phi is equals to vector B dot delta S, right? So for small element of surface delta x, flux is given by delta phi is equals to vector B dot delta S. Now friends, we have to find out the total flux. So to find out total flux, we have to take the summation of this equation, right? So to find out total flux, we have to take summation of this equation. So total flux is equals to summation of B dot delta S, right? But we already know that this is the small element of surface delta S. So for this small element of surface, we have to take the limit, and we know that if there is a summation with limit, so there is a integration. So total flux is given by integration of vector B dot ds, because here the element of surface is very small, so we have to take the limit of it. So we know that if there is a limit of the summation, so that is equals to integration. So total flux is equals to integration vector B dot vector ds. But here friends, there is a closed surface. So here there is a closed integral like this, right? So total flux is equals to closed integral vector B dot vector ds. Now friends, here the number of field lines enter to this closed surface is equals to the number of field lines leaving the surface. So if the number of field lines enter to the surface is equals to number of field lines leaving the surface, then we know that flux will be 0, right? So here number of field lines entering into the surface is equals to number of field lines leaving the surface. So flux is equals to phi is equals to 0. Why? Because here the number of field lines entering into the surface, or we can say closed surface, is equals to the number of field lines leaving the surface. So flux will be 0. So here this is equation 1, right? Total flux. So from the equation 1, flux phi is equals to closed integral vector B dot ds. Sorry friends, this is equation number 1, this closed integral, right? So from equation 1, the total flux will be 0. So total flux phi is equals to closed integral of vector B dot vector ds is equals to 0. So we can say that the magnetic flux through any closed surface is equals to 0. So this is the Gauss law for magnetic field, right? So what is this statement? So here the magnetic flux through any closed surface is 0. So this is known as the Gauss law for the magnetic field. So what is the statement of the Gauss law? So the magnetic flux through any closed surface is 0. So this is the Gauss law for magnetic field. Once again friends, The question will be like this, which will be asked in 2 or 3 marks. Explain Gauss law for magnetic field. So here we consider a closed surface which is placed in the magnetic field as shown in figure. Now to find out the flux, we consider a small element of surface, that is delta S. So for this small element of surface delta S, flux will be given by delta phi is equals to vector B dot delta S. Now to find out the total flux, we have to take summation of this equation. So total flux is equals to sigma vector B dot delta S. But friends, here there is a small element of this surface. So here there is a small element of surface, so we have to take limit. So the total flux is equals to limit delta S tends to 0 summation of vector B dot delta S. But the limit of this summation is equals to integration. So total flux is equals to close integral vector B dot ds, that is equation number 1. But here friends, number of field lines entered into this surface is equals to number of field lines leaving the surface, right? So here the number of field lines entering into the surface is equals to number of field lines leaving the surface. So the flux will be 0. So if the flux is 0, then from equation 1, total flux phi is equals to close integral of vector B dot vector ds is equals to 0. So here we can say that the magnetic flux through any closed surface is 0, and this sentence is known as the Gauss law for magnetic field. So what is the Gauss law for magnetic field? So the magnetic flux through any closed surface is 0. So this is the statement of the Gauss law for magnetic field, right? So friends, today we discuss about the electrostatics and magnetics, or we can say comparison between electrostatics and magnetics. So the question will be like this, which will be asked in 2 or 3 marks. So the first question is, give the comparison or difference between electrostatics and magnetics. And another important question which will be asked in 2 or 3 marks is, explain the Gauss law for magnetic field. Okay friends, thank you.